Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. Welcome back. It is time again for the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 3. So if you're not familiar with this challenge, it's a prompt assignment challenge. Each week I drop 2 prompts out of my bag, and then you just need to make a piece of ephemera, a painting, whatever it is that you make using those prompts. You make 2 items if you're making ephemera. If you're doing like a big collage or a painting or something like that, you could combine the 2 if that's what you choose to do. I am kind of doing a Christmas theme. I may end up doing some not Christmas themed, just depending on where I'm at and what I feel like doing. But last week I drew number 9 was cold, and so I did this picture. It's an old photograph. I made a copy of my dad and his sister and I think a cousin of theirs. I'm not even really sure who this girl is, but anyhow, doesn't matter. And then I did a guess check that flips open so you can write here and right there, and that was my version of cold because of all the snow in the picture. So, and it's your interpretation. The next one was gift. Number 10 was gift, and so I have an old photograph of myself with a gift that Santa just gave me, and there's my sister there with a stocking, which is also, you know, kind of another gift. So anyways, I turned this one into a pocket so it doesn't open. I did them both different, and you can use whatever background you want to use. You don't have to use the same one I use. You can use cardstock or, you know, index card, you know, these things. Whatever you feel like doing, you don't have to do the same thing that I did. You could even, within the same week, use 2 different items. Like I could have used a index card and a guest check. So you do you. It doesn't matter, just use the prompts. That's literally it. So this week we're going to draw a couple more here. We're on 11 and 12. So I got 2. So number 11 will be Belle. So just however you want to interpret that, use a bell somehow on your piece. And 12 is ribbon. So you can see that these are definitely not just Christmas prompts. I mean, you could use Halloween ribbon or whatever you want. So they don't have to be used only for Christmas. So you do you. 11 is Belle, 12 is ribbon, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to scoot out just a little. Sorry. All right. So for Belle, which is number 11, I have this cute little Victorian scrap Belle. And I got this out of a book that I have. Let me see if it's available. It is. And I don't know if you can get this one anymore. I got all of mine. I have like 9 of them that I got on Amazon in 2005, I think. My son and I looked at the copyright the other day because I've had them probably since about then. So yeah, and they have a CD at the back, which is why we were looking at them. They won't go back in those. I don't know why. But anyway, we put them on my laptop so that all the images that are on those discs are on my laptop, so they're easier for me to use because the disc thing is antiquated. And so yeah, anyhow, long story short, that's where I got the Belle. Okay, and then I have a piece of my Reason for the Season 2, Volume 2 digital download. It had lots of lace and hymnal music and all that, and so we're going to put her there, and we've got some blue, and we've got some itty bitty snowflakes. No clue where I got these, so I don't know. I'm sorry. And then for ribbon, I have this piece of ribbon that looked like this until I coffee dyed it. So I just cut a piece the size I needed and coffee dyed it, and voila, I have a little bit aged ribbon. We're going to make these. These came right out of my TC, which is the Colossal Tome of Concepts. It's basically just an idea book, and lots of people on YouTube and, you know, other people that make junk journals have an idea book so that they can, you know, when they make something, they can make an extra, put it in their idea book, and that way they've always got something to refer to, because there's those days when you're like, I have no idea what to make. So I'm going to show you mine real quick. And it's a giant fat binder, you see. And all I have done, I know this is horrible, is put my ideas in here with paper clips on lined paper. That's it. A lot of people make actual journals and they glue the pieces in, or put the, you know, paper clip the pieces in. I like to take mine out and be able to look at them to see what in the world I did, you know, so I didn't want them glued in. But I just have, I mean, this thing is stacked full of different ideas. That's what I use. You can do it however you like. If you want to do like the fancier journal version, then definitely do that. I just knew for me that was the best way, because I don't need it to be fancy, or don't really want it to be fancy, because I want to be able to, like, I took this out and I can bring it up here and show it to you guys, okay? So what it is glue pages, you know, our little pages that we glue on and we fold in half or whatever. These have just been cut down to size, but then you take another piece of paper and you put it over it. And then you have that, and decorate the front, and you put it in your journal, and you can have it as a tuck or however you want it. So that's where that idea is from. It's when it was Dee Dee Farrago that started that TCTC challenge. I can't remember what year that was, but anyhow, she's got a playlist. I have a playlist of the items that I made. So if you want to go see every single one of the things that I made for that, you can definitely hop onto my playlist, and it's TCTC and whatever the year was. I'm sorry, I don't remember. It was like 2021, I think, or I don't know. I really don't know. So I apologize for that part. But anyhow, you can, and Dee Dee also has playlists for all the people that participated. So you can pop over there too, to Dee Dee Farrago, and I'll try to remember to link her channel in the description box below this video, so that you can go over there and see lots of ideas. There's a plethora of ideas. So anyhow, yeah, there's loads and loads. But that's just how I decided to do it. I think Dee Dee did a nice book, if I remember right, that she made the book and everything. She's wonderful. Dee Dee's awesome, so definitely check her out. So what you're going to need is any paper. I am using this kids drawing paper is what I'm using for the part that folds out, but you could use coffee dyed paper. You can use anything that you'd like. So this piece of paper measures 7.5 by 6 1/4, 7.5 by 6 1/4. And then the little card on the back, the book page, these little guys are 3.5 by 4 1/4, or 4 1/4 by 3.5, however you want to, however you want to say it. Okay, so there's that, and 7.5 by 6 1/4. All right, but you can make them any size. Like if you wanted a bigger one, I thought this size would be kind of fun to put down in the corner of a page. And then, like I said, glue it on 2 sides, and then you'd have a tuck behind it, and this would fold out onto your page so that you can write on it. So anyhow, that's the plan. So now I'll take this, and all we're going to do is fold this in half and fold it in half again. I mean, these could not be any simpler, honestly. They are like really, sorry, frog in my throat, one of the simplest pieces of ephemera. Well, I mean, I think I do a lot of simple ones. I don't want too many folds or things, or I'm like, I'm out. So that's just me. So there's that. So fold in half and fold in half and glue it to the other page. But we're going to do some inking first on that other one. And you're not going to see a ton of that book page. It's just a nice kind of rigid backing for these. That's why I do that. Because it's already a book page that has lots of glue on it. And then you folded it in half so it's doubled. So they're just kind of a nice weight, which I like. Okay. Just going to ink around the edges really. Age them up. So how's everybody doing? I hope you guys are fantastic. I want to again say thank you to all of you. Welcome to new subscribers and welcome back to people who have been with me for a while. I so appreciate you guys, and you guys are being so kind and generous with the super thanks, and I thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see. And hugs and blessings to Tamara and to Melvin. That's the name that's on there. I was shocked if it is a gentleman who watches. I'm always shocked when guys watch, just because, you know, my husband is just not interested in any of this. He's just like, you're about boring. But I think what it might be is a lady using her husband's account. So welcome to whoever, and thank you so much. So this goes like this and like this. So we're going to glue down this back. I don't want to mess it up, you know, and have it unfold. I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world. You could still definitely use it, but I want it folded in the right direction. I need a book page to glue on. So basically, you fold it down and closed and glue it down, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. And I'm going to use my glue stick so that I get it good and stuck, because it's just paper, thin paper to thin paper, so should be just fine with the glue stick. Somebody mentioned, I can't remember, was it Lorette? No, it wasn't Lorette. I don't know. Somebody ordered, because we all chatted about it on Facebook, but ordered glue sticks from Amazon, and they got the 4-pack, or that's what they said, you know, thought they ordered, was the 4-pack from Scotch Create, and I guess they only got one. I mean, the good thing is, all you have to do is, if you have that happen, is let Amazon know, and they will, you know, fix it or whatever. But I just got my, I get them, I have them on a monthly delivery, because that's how many I use them all the time. But anyway, and I just got my set, and they had 4, so I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm sure it happens, you know. We all make the boo-boos. Amazon makes boo-boos, like, yeah, so anyhow, but I just got mine, and my set was good to go. But you gotta watch real close what it says on Amazon for the price, because a lot of times, like, the one that drives me the most crazy with them is, like, shoes. You find a pair of shoes and you're like, oh yeah, I like those shoes. Okay, that's a price I can afford, whatever. And then you go to order your size and they're like double the price. It's like, well, how did that work out? So that's the one that gets me with them. They're very sneaky. You got to keep your eye peeled. Okay, I'm just getting my scores real good there, but I also don't want to glue my little pages closed here. So let's open that up a little again. But yes, these could not be any simpler. Like, honestly, they're just boom, done. Okay, so there's that part. I think we'll start with our Belle. So like I said, this is my reason for the season digital here. I know this is not it. It's just a very small piece of it, but I often get asked what paper I'm using, so I just like to tell you. It just makes it easier. We're going to glue that right down. And you can make your paper, obviously, same size. You could do collage. I mean, you can make it smaller so it's like a frame. But since this paper isn't super exciting because it's just that kid's drawing paper. I mean, I love it because it looks like really old book page. But you can cover the whole thing or not cover it is what I'm saying. And you could use just a digital paper and fold it like that, and you'd have that already done. So that is always an option, or a regular scrapbook paper, whatever the kind of paper is you like to use. Okay, and I think I'm going to use a piece of washi because I don't do that very often. And I looked over and there's a little bit of blue in that Belle, and I was like, it needs a little color somewhere, right? So we're going to just put a piece of this on there for some added pizzazz. I like to add glue to mine. You don't have to do that if some of them stick good, but I sometimes don't have luck with the sticking ability of my washi, so I like to add some glue. And we'll put that on there. What is on? I keep getting little weird pieces of paper floating around. Shocking, I know. I find it's so funny. All over my house, randomly I'll find, you know, a corner, because I round the corners of paper, so I'll find the little corners. Like, they have come with me. Threads from sewing. It's just like, do I have to drag this stuff all over the house? Does anybody else have that problem, or is it just my disaster that has that problem? I've decided the disaster should just be beheld and loved, because I can't beat it. It's we're on to can't beat them, join them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. I've got stuff on the floor for Halloween, Christmas, because I'm doing all these different things. You know what I really need is some tiny tweezers. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm back. I don't know how helpful these are going to be because they're not very small. Like, they're not the super tiny skinny ones, you know? They're kind of, I mean, they're for crafting, but let's put it on this side. I don't know why it matters. We could just put a dot on with this and it would work as well. But hopefully that will help a little bit. Paper towel. Oh no. You guys, I need help, okay? Oh my goodness. I just know with my shaky fingers that would probably be disastrous, so I'm trying to make it a little bit better, but I don't think I'm succeeding. Just want to put them around. I'm just going to lightly touch it this time. Oh, I did it again. This is why I don't mess with this kind of stuff, honestly. Probably why I've had them forever and a day. Because itty bitty is not really good for me. Itty bitty fiddly. Just don't want that much glue, you know? Oozing out the little hole. Okay, we're just going to leave it at that. I know you're probably asking why. It's a good question. It's a good question. I can't work with those tweezers, apparently. They're the kind that you have to open to release it, you know? Well, I mean, you kind of have to do that with any tweezer, but they're a little different. Oh my goodness me. Just glue down. Stop being difficult. It kind of is real thick on the back. Okay, we're gonna skip that one. Maybe it's better if I just put it on my finger. Okay. I just loved them because they're so tiny, but oh my goodness. I'm sure you guys have numerous ways that you would do this. I don't know where to put it, can you tell? I'm just like, here, there, where? Could just kind of go, where do I want another one? Maybe right here. I need to cut my nails too. They like weeds. Just grow and grow. And I don't ever do anything with them, so that's why I just chop them off all the time. You know how long nail polish lasts on me? About 2 seconds. Because I wash my hands so much. And this stuff, you know, doing this stuff all the time. They just don't last. Okay. I like it. Some little snowflakes. Just to add a little glint and gleam on there. I think they're just sequins, right? I mean, that's what they seem like. Okay, so there is our Belle. And let's make sure it still opens. Because that's not fun when it doesn't. Okay, and then now we will do our ribbon. Okay. I want to make sure we don't have the one that's written on. No, okay. And I got this to glue down. And that's just out of a paper stack. You know, you can get Christmas paper a million places, so whatever you like. Hold on just a minute. Apologize. That just crept right up on me real fast. And our piece of ribbon. Actually, I think I want to fray this a little if I can. Yeah, there we go. Just a little. Okay, that's enough. Might get ourselves into all kinds of trouble here. And it's stuck to my finger. Okay. Work with me, would ya? That's good. They don't have to both be like frayed a ton. Oh my word. It will not release from my fingers because there's so much glue on them. I guess it doesn't really matter that both sides are the same. I got this for wrapping presents last year. Still had quite a bit of it. If I go right up to where it's frayed, it should hold it together a little better, hopefully. It's wanting to soak up all the glue. So that might be bad. And this piece I cut out of a greeting card. So, you know, we can't even throw away our greeting cards. It's a sickness, I'm not gonna lie. But see how cute that is? It was a very cute greeting card. Christmas card. So if you have the ones that aren't super shiny, I mean, if you, I just scratched it. If you like the glittery or, you know, something like that's cool too. But if you don't, I mean, this one's kind of shiny, but I think it's fine. And we'll put that right on there. So save your greeting cards or your Christmas cards. I do that because you can make little journals out of old greeting cards too, kind of like the way I was using those old 50s greeting cards by covering up the greeting in it or whatever. You can do the same thing with newer ones and just turn them into a whole journal by using hinge binding. And I have a video on that. I will try to remember to link that. No promises, but I'll try to find it and link it. There's little glue blobs everywhere. All right, so was that all I was going to do to that one? I think it was. Could put a little saying on it. Isn't that cute? So we have our bell and we have our ribbon and these little cute writing spots. That's quite a bit of writing, really. I mean, if you're like me, if you love writing long things, then you probably, these aren't a lot of writing space, but like I would do a day. You know, I don't have tons to write. I'm not much of a writer at all, but anyway, I think it's good. I don't think I need anything else on that one. So anyway, I hope you guys make some of those. I hope you are enjoying the 50 stack challenge. If you are participating, I would love to see what you're making. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and here. Other than that, I don't, that's enough social media for me. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you again tomorrow. Love you. Bye.